involved in, it makes a difference. So I have to say that as much as Tia Chuchas has changed other people, it's changed me as well. And I'm glad to be a part of the writing circle. It's something that I've always liked, but I've never really taken time to do. But I look forward to Fridays, because that's what I do on Friday nights, is I write with the other women. So I have just one short poem, and it's called Go Deep the Blessings. Rain, my heart is bursting. Tears for my son, my helper. So many deaths this week, passing us by, leaving us behind. Grandfather, grandmother, mother, they remind us that all will pass. Nothing stays the same. We too must change to meet the seasons. So my heart is full of crying, also of worries, of missed words, unexpressed, awkward feelings, so much to say, not able always to make myself heard, understood. This life takes courage to go on, to speak up, not worry about the surface, dive underneath, go deep, ask Creator for help, and stop to breathe in the sky, its clouds, the earth, its aroma of dirt and grass, and remember the blessings. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Stephanie, and you probably know me from Raw Possibility. I started a vegan catering / artistic freedom revolutionary movement down the street. I'm having it at my house now, and I wanted to share some of my poetry with my community because I've been sharing a lot of my food. So this piece is about war, and it's about this chapter I read where the Vietnamese boat people, my dad is from Vietnam and my mom is from Mexico, but the Vietnamese boat people were fleeing from Vietnam because of the war, and nobody was accepting refugees. So Taiwan, what they were doing, because so many refugees were coming, was they were setting up machine guns on the coast and shooting at the boats to scare the people away. And my dad was on one of those boats, and he's now here in the US, but this is kind of like a piece of a child of war, and it's called I Am War. My pen bleeds the story that has colored me throughout the years of my existence. Yes, I exist. As invisible as I appear to be in this nation of greed, yes, I exist. Yellow with a tan, my skin is my sin because it bears the history of a war America fought against Southeast Asian inhabitants, against flat-nosed savages, against my story is a narrative of war. He ran to the Pacific Sea, drank piss to continue to breathe. The stutter of the machine gun skipped like his broken English on his Vietnamese tongue. Now how can I write poetry after such an atrocity as war? As if war ends the instant a white flag surrenders. As if war ends the instant ink dries on a resolution. As if war ends. As if war ends. As if war is a single unit stuck on a history book's timeline. I am war. A first world picture of war. My tongue does not skip, and yet I still cannot say I am American with full confidence, unless a hyphen is present to appropriate my slanted eyes and sinful skin. Vietnamese, Mexican, American. Thank you. So now, that was written a long time ago. I was like 19 and I'm 23 now. And since then I've kind of experienced other things aside from like my political identity, my racial identity. And I recently wrote a poem about carnal communion or sex, I don't know. And it's like, I do want to share it though because it's a very beautiful piece and it's very sensual but metaphoric about a person that I met and I really connected with. And it's going to be kind of obvious because his name is in the piece. Henry, you speak to me. In dark corridors, your light shines in your skin. My eyes turn to slits, held up by the strength of my lips, tightening against my skull. Henry, your name like a Freudian slip, like a Tourette's quip, like a bullet in flight, like swirling pink and blue laces dancing around the sunsetting sky. Henry, Henry, hungry, yearning, feeding, a swallowing, a bleeding, all etched together in the sticks of the H, the I of the E, the crevice of the N sitting like a hat with abandon, the sticks of the Y. And I drag back its tail to your beginning and recall I left the R for the savory end. R, a flexing of my lips. Every time I speak your name, Henry, I kiss you with an R. Henry, the words escape the authority of my mind, and I breathe through the pores of an ink pen. Henry, baby, honey, man who speaks kind melodies into my waking dreams. Henry, the signal transmits all these things, and I place in your hands on thin tree that which is brought to life when this language is read. Henry, and it won't stop. Henry, the mantra I moan as you thrust inside the slopes of my thighs. Henry, baby, you penetrate me with anxiety, as if my feet were buried in worms, and my arms covered with the shock of static. Henry, Henry, this flesh consumed by the flames you ignite in this charcoal heart. Henry, baby, when I watch you sleep, I gaze at the stars from Cuba. Baby, your radiance intoxicates me. Cast a lunar radiant shadow across my skull. Henry, baby, feed me. I thirst for your cum as if it carries your vitality. Oh, but Henry, you come in me like waves of a tsunami, scattering my sanity like pigeons. Thank you.